My name is Maiwen. I'm a Master of Arts student, and I'm specialized in international affairs with focus on global security at the Graduate Institute. I'm also a refugee from South Sudan and the recipient of the Refugee Scholarship at the Graduate Institute. So I'm almost graduating, and I'm just working on my thesis, and I thought this would be the best time to come back and say thank you to the Graduate Institute for the excellent opportunity that they offered me to study here and to be part of the Graduate Institute community. My plan for the future is to work with refugees in Switzerland and also at the global level. And I'm working on establishing an NGO that will be doing advocacy with international organizations, with states and multilateral institutions in Geneva to advocate for a better protection of refugees. So this organization is called the Refugees Advocacy Network, and it's basically a refugee-led organization, and it's led entirely by refugees, including myself. And the idea is to make sure that refugees take the lead and bring the voices of refugees from all over the world to the International Geneva. So this is something that I'm working on for the time being, but I'm also working on my thesis as I'm graduating, and the focus of my thesis is also to look at issues of migration and trade and how that impacts basically the process of bordering in conflict-affected areas in the Global South. The project that I'm working on, the Refugees Advocacy Network, is a lot for me because I'm a refugee myself, and I thought there's a lot that refugees can offer to their host communities, but also to the countries that host them, but also at the international and multilateral level. And the idea is to bring in the voices of refugees, people like myself, and help change the narratives at the multilateral level, but also at the local level in Geneva, so that the situation of refugees in their conditions are well taken care of at all these levels, but also that refugees and their agency is brought to the table in any discussions that relate to refugees and asylum seekers. And this is something that matters to me personally as a refugee, but also to me as a human being who feels like I have to pay back to the community that hosted me, Switzerland and Geneva specifically, but also to the refugee community in general by basically amplifying their voices, bringing in their narratives to the International Geneva so that it can be heard and taken into consideration. After graduating from my master's, one of the things that I am very much interested in is to look into any potential of cooperating and creating a sort of a partnership between R.A.N, the organization that I helped establish, with the Graduate Institute through the Migration Initiative and any other initiatives that exist here to support refugees and migrants in Geneva.